beautiful Leo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for February 2022. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I'll never ask you for your credit card details, and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, so this is February 2022 reading. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do a Celtic cross, of course, but I'm going to get the energy that you are sort of embodying throughout the month. Now, Leo, you're on the 1st of February, the new moon is actually in Aquarius, and it activates your 7th house, which is about releasing any blocks to love. It's also about partnerships, cooperation, partnerships, whether it's love or romance or business partnerships, friendships, everything being in balance and harmony. Now, of course, February tends to be the month of love because of Valentine's Day, which is actually quite a commercialized kind of sort of energy date that people sort of place a lot of importance on. But actually, because your house of love is actually activated, you will see people gravitate towards you a little bit more. And it will just feel like, you are sort of really appreciated as well as loved. If you're looking for love, it can be prime time for people to gravitate towards you and you to strike up new friendships that lead to something. So also the full moon is actually in your sign this month. So 16th of February, just after Valentine's Day, you will have that first house activated, which is about your appearance. It's also about your image, your identity. So having a real glow up, as the cool kids call it. I feel like this is you feeling really comfortable in your own skin, really loving yourself a little bit more, having confidence. But I also feel because you've got those 2 placements, the 7th house and the 1st house, back to back, this is going to be a lot of people being attracted to you or being drawn to you this particular month, more than usual. So if you've been sort of a bit of a homebody recently, or you've been, off grid for a little bit, prepare to be a bit more in the spotlight. People looking at you, people seeing you, wanting to sort of get to know you. So that's the sort of more positive energy that is happening throughout the month of February. Now, the first card you got here is, it's a Sagittarius card, of course. It's a beautiful deck here, the Black Moon Astrology cards, and that's by Susan Shepherd there. But this is IC. And it's number 21, which is the World card. So this is about, well, the World card is about new cycles, but IC is about you being on target with something. This is about you activating that 3rd eye chakra, and also, being a little bit more psychic than usual, a little bit more sort of connected to your inner world than usual. Also, it is an energy of action. Even though you're a fire element, just like that Sagittarius energy, I feel like this is about freedom, having a little bit more freedom of movement, but also there's a goal or something you're trying to accomplish. Now, it doesn't have to be a big old successful sort of a career goal that you're trying to accomplish, but whatever it is that you've set your sights on, I feel like you see a way, a clear way to achieve it, okay? And it's almost like you're keeping your eyes on the prize. Now, it's so interesting that you've got number 21 there, which is the World card. The World card is about success, a new cycle, moving into abundance, being satisfied, okay? And your first card, this is your Protagonist energy. I mean, the numbers don't lie. We got the World card, which is number 21 in the major arcanas. So already you're starting to see major synchronicity in your reading. Now, this is your Protagonist energy. You're looking towards accomplishment. The world is also about being in the right place, the right time, to meet the right people and activate the right projects or the right situation to help you succeed. I mean, right in the center there, we've got a victory card. So I feel This is a very powerful month for you to activate something that you've been trying to work on. I feel like you're definitely, it's almost like a rejuvenation energy. There's fulfillment here. Some of you may also be thinking about traveling because we have that Sagittarius influence there with IC. And Sagittarius energy tends to be, it sort of connects to your element of fire, being a go-getter. But Sagittarius energy is more about, travel or coming out of comfort zones. And the Will card can mean, immigration, or it can mean travel overseas, or you planning a holiday or a vacation or something, for example. It could also be you thinking about relocating, but in some way. But the world is about success. It's about balance. It's about harmony, and it is about unity. Okay, so I feel like you're really coming into a new cycle of power, empowerment, but also I feel like you're deepening your commitment to your goals, your dreams, or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Now we've got the Emperor card. It's in the resistance position. So it's like I got it in the reverse there. Okay. So this is about you feeling moments of almost feeling like powerless in a situation, or something that you felt avoidant of. Now this is your energy. You may have also dealt with people who are very immature in your world. You're going to overcome those obstacles. The Emperor, the Emperor can stand for figures of authority. So if you've been dealing with people or figures of authority, maybe bosses or, people who tend to be sort of like trying to abuse their power in some way to keep you stuck, you're coming to an end of that cycle. You can see it clearly. We've got that wonderful Hierophant there. So I feel like this is about, power structures. So I feel like you sort of rise in some way. You're the dominant energy. So I do feel like there is going to be power, energy to go get something. The Emperor is about success, and it's also about strategy. Because it's in the resistance position, you may have felt that you couldn't activate some sort of part of your plan recently, or you felt stuck in a rut in some way. Or it could also be in terms of love, because they just gave me, they're giving me a song, and I keep getting these songs. I gotta say, before the reading, I do a meditation on your each sign, and if the songs come up again in a reading, I will actually mention them. So it did come up in your meditation, but I never mention them until they come up. I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. Now, because this particular figure is quite a famous figure and has recently transitioned, I'm getting a lot of vibrations and songs to do with this particular person, okay? For some of the signs, but also in my day-to-day. If I go into the store or I'm walking down the street, it's a very powerful energy that this person had. So their legacy is almost like sort of flying around in the vibrations at the moment. But the song they're giving me for you in particular is... the artist who, and I don't know anything about this person. I know the person's music sort of vaguely, maybe one or two songs, but the person's, it was Meatloaf. I don't know anything really about the person, really. I just may have heard one or two songs on the radio, so I don't really know what the person stood for or anything like that. So just so you're aware, the song that they're giving me is, and you may have heard this song just before the reading, or you'll hear it just after, or it could be your favorite song, or it is a signifier song. So it is, there's a bit where people, it sounds like people are clapping, but anyway, it's, you took the words right out of my mouth. It must have been while you were kissing me. Now that's quite a, that's quite a romantic kind of energy, especially since your 1st and 7th house are activated this particular month. So it could be that you're going to meet a divine counterpart if you're single, or if you're in a twin flame connection, your twin flame reaches out there. There's a divine masculine energy of commitment, okay, and movement forward, because we have the Hierophant there as well, and this is in your unified energy. Now this reading is not particularly about love or career. Whatever comes up, I will mention it, but the Hierophant energy is your outcome energy. So this is a lesson learned, but it's also about tradition. So I feel like there's something here, good old-fashioned success is coming in towards you. People in positions of authority, there may have been one person that was difficult to deal with, but I feel like people who are powerful are starting to notice you in some way, and appreciate your skills and raise you up. I feel like this is a month to be raised up for you. The Hierophant is also about your commitment to your goals and your dreams. And if you felt recently that you've been unmotivated or you didn't have the energy, you're definitely being given a spurt of energy in February in order to be successful. So the Hierophant also is about it's about spiritual practices, okay? So you may be deepening your connection to yourself, your center, your source. If you're religious, someone that you celebrate, or a practice that you celebrate. I feel like this is also about law of attraction, really trying to connect to not just your third eye. I feel like you're trying to connect to your crown chakra. Deep wisdom here. So more wisdom comes the more you meditate. Even if you take 10 minutes out a day just for 10, to have silence and really sort of notice what comes in and out of you. I feel like you're deepening that practice in some way. But if there's an obstacle that you've been wrestling with, or you felt powerless to achieve it, I feel like you're getting a new cycle on it and you're moving towards success. You're going to learn a lesson with it for sure, I feel. But I feel like there's definitely a really positive shift of ownership coming through. Now, I'm going to do a Celtic cross just to see what is coming and what it is that you're leaving behind, any blockages as well. Now, let's see what the heart of the matter is for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Now, this is a beautiful, the Goddess Tarot, and this is by KRIS I hope I always say this person's name right, WALDHER. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. I'm going to get all of your cards before I comment on the journey. And I'm only reading the uprights in this deck apart from the challenge positions. What is below you? We've got movement, beautiful. So there's definitely success and definitely movement. Some of you may take quick trips, or whether it's quick trips out of town or even a vacation further afield. Travel is starred in some way, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay, interesting. You've got double 5 here. They want me to go again in this position. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Okay, and one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? Okay. There's definitely something coming towards you that you're going to be very undecided about. And I feel like this is, I almost feel like it's someone reaching out. It's going to shock you. But anyway, let's see what happens here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What do they need to know? We got the 7 of Cups. We've got the 3 of Cups. Just going to pop that over there. We've also got balance. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Final cards, please. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? We've got Isis, Magic, and we've got 3 of Staves. Okay, so we have the heart of the matter. So you're coming into February with the 5 of Cups. So this is a feeling of perhaps, left out of something, or you may feel alone, isolated in something. You may have even lost something. So for example, there may have been a rejection or something you feel like you lost out on. I feel there's an energy here of looking at the past. So it's what I really love about this particular deck. In most traditional tarot decks, the figure is actually looking at the 3 of Cups that are normally spilt on the floor. But this particular figure is turned towards the 2 of Cups, but has a tendency to occasionally peek back at the past on our losses. So for example, if there was a relationship that you lost out on, or you felt like it didn't go the way that you'd hoped, or a job opportunity, Spirit's kind of saying, look at loss in a different way. So, sometimes things are taken out of our path in order to safeguard us down the line, or to put us on the right path in order to meet the right situation or the right person. What is meant for you will never pass you by, okay? So there's definitely an energy here of you receiving something better, but perhaps you're feeling at a bit of a loss as you come into February, because you're not really sure what is to come. I mean, what is to come is really positive, but I do feel like there's something here with the 5 of Cups where it's almost like being in the ebb and flow of emotion. So for example, at a grassroots humanity kind of thing, as certain restrictions continue around the world in some places and open up in other places, you may be looking at the last couple of years and looking at all that you felt you had been challenged to sort of let go of, our perception of the life that we were hoping for, goals and dreams. It doesn't mean you're not still on track, but you may be looking at the loss of time, for example, that you may be looking at, it's almost like you're peeking back. But what I get with this card is it just pops in occasionally. I really feel like you're trying to move away from that. You're trying to be positive. You're trying to see the bigger picture. It's all about expanding and exploring another perception. Also, I feel like you're freeing yourself up from this loss because you feel or you acknowledge that it's been holding you back in some way. I feel like you're harnessing your inner power by changing your perspective, which is a very mature thing to do. Also, it's about fearless energy to sort of liberate yourself from anything that you felt was controlling you or keeping you stuck in some way in order to move forward. So I do feel like there is an energy of recovery with this card, moving on from that. Hope is returning to you, but I feel like the challenge has left a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth in some way, okay? Now, what's crossing you is the 8 of Wands. Now, this is about passion. It's about movement forward. So you may have felt really stuck. Having it in the challenge position indicates that there's been a frustrated delay on something, or you felt like completely stuck or unenergized. You may have felt unmotivated, but that's all about to change in February. There is movement forward. And again, it is another travel card. So I feel there's a lot of direction in your February where some of you may be, for example, deciding to leave a job, or if you lost your job, this is something that's already happened because the 5 of Cups, you're existing in this energy right now, which means something you've had to let go of, okay? And it may not have been something of your choice or your choosing, or it may have because, you know, there is a control energy here. Now, what's really interesting is the full moon in Leo is actually about releasing control. So I feel like, you know, you're bang on point for the energy that's occurring, but also you are moving forward. There is a really positive spin on this. Things are going to start to gain momentum with the 8 of Wands there. Also, I feel this is about, you know, transformation and success. There's news coming on in here for you in February. Now, this could be communication from somebody that you're interested in, or that you were, you know, hoping to connect to in some way. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be you were waiting for some sort of communication. It's coming on in to shift things forward in February for you, but it may have been very frustrating. Now, you may have even, for example, you put yourself out there to get a new job, or you communicated with somebody and they just haven't got back to you, and you're feeling a little bit left out in the cold. All of a sudden that communication comes in and you're like, oh, I thought I'd lost that opportunity, or, oh, I thought that person wasn't thinking about me. And then they're going to sort of tell you about something that has been the reason for the delay. Now, whether you accept that excuse or not, that's your call, my beautiful Leo. But I just do feel like you're going to hear on something that was delayed is coming in, okay? Now, what's below you? We've got movement, which is the Chariot card, okay? So this is a really perfect card for success. The Chariot card means victory. So deep down, whatever it is that you're focusing on, you still got that fire in your belly for it. And you are going to, it's almost like a conquest. You're going to win, okay? This is about you being motivated to achieve something and overcome any challenge that has been in your way. So I do feel like your determination, your willpower to, it's almost like your gut instinct is driving you to move towards something. It brings a lot of stability, a lot of peace, a lot of freedom. I feel like you're really in charge. That's sort of what I get. You know, the Chariot card tends to be about getting back on the chariot. You know, the history of the actual card is, you know, someone fell off the chariot and they're getting back on the chariot to take control or take the reins again, okay? So in this particular deck, you know, the figure there is actually holding the reins on the horse. But typically, most decks do not have any reins because there is an element of fate that is driving your direction. So I do feel like you're more, it's really interesting. The more you release control in this is what I'm getting in your reading, the more you release control or that obsession to get whatever it is that you're hoping for, the more you're empowered and receive it, if that makes sense. So it's almost like if you, you know, when you're doing cosmic ordering or you're doing law of attraction, you know, you put your thought out there, your vision out there, and you just leave it. You don't constantly revisit it, because every time you revisit it, it's like a memory. You change certain aspects of it. It's like reordering. So if you're saying to the universe, I really want the love of my life to enter my life in February, and they've got to be funny, they got to be kind, and, you know, they got to be wonderful, all of those things, they got to be honest, and then you leave it, and then a couple of days later, you sort of say, I really wish the person of my dreams comes in, love of my life, they got to be kind, they got to be honest, I'd love them to be really tall, and, you know, if they could also make sure that, what do you get the picture. So you're reordering, you're just changing the words ever so slightly, okay? So just be mindful of that level of control Okay, because the more we just give certain, it's almost like plot points to the universe. We tell the universe what we want and then we leave it, and then the universe makes plans to shift things so that things that you're wanting come towards you. But the more you control it right down to the very, very detail, then you're not giving the universe much room for maneuver. Now we do have the Judgment card, and it's in the past position. So the Judgment card is about weighing up options. So you may have had a real sort of wake-up call in January, and made some really final big decisions for you. Also, I feel like you're leaving a self-doubt or some sort of blockage behind here, because the Judgment in the past position indicates the stagnation, and I feel like now you're moving forward on the path that you have chosen. So there's definitely movement happening in your February energy. And the Judgment card can also be the card of returns. Okay, someone wanting a second chance with you. So if there's someone here that you've gone cold on, or they've left a bitter taste in your mouth, or there's some falling out there, doesn't have to be to do with an ex, can be a friendship. There's definitely an energy of hearing from this person and you being a little bit sort of like trying to protect your emotions by being a bit logical. But I feel like this person, I mean, look at that figure. Like that figure is literally like bowing down there, and there's a dog that kind of represents stability but also loyalty. And so if there's someone here that you felt was not loyal to you in some way, or you felt was not existing in their highest energy or vibration with you, I do feel like this person has tried to come on in or will try to come on in, especially since this is a past position. Okay, so they're indicating, Venus is in retrograde until the 29th of January. So that is an energy of return. So just as we have the cusp going on into February, of course, you may hear from someone and they will keep, I feel like it will be on your mind a little bit in February, okay, especially if it is an ex-lover, okay, just to be warned. I'm going to pull a quick card on that Judgment card just to see what's going on there for you. I'm going to read the reversals and the uprights in this deck. Ace of Wands, okay? So yeah, this person is very passionate about you. I mean, this could be also sort of a bit of a realization on your part about what you're passionate about. You are sort of looking at your life's calling, your purpose path, your true prosperity path, your true north. And you may have made some final decisions on that and been really energized and excited about taking action in a certain area of your life. But I feel like there's some sort of news that comes on in that allows you to do that, okay? So the Ace of Wands is about being on the right path. It's also about being on the right path to success. The Ace of Wands is a really positive, transformational card. So I do feel like you're imagining something and you're dreaming big and you're going for it, okay? I feel like you've got the power to turn your dreams into reality, but there is something here in February that we're going to pull a card on when we get there. It's almost like something surprising or shocking going on. Okay, so we will have a look and see what that is for you. Above you, we've got the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is very clear thinking, very shrewd, very intelligent, has clarity of purpose, is aligning themselves with their understanding of what their destiny is meant to be, letting go of any false truths, being very sort of honest with yourself, my beautiful Leo. Even though you're a fire element and there's a lot of passion going on here for what you do, your joie de vivre, but also I feel like you're trying to temper that in some way. It's almost like you don't want to get too excited about some good news because you know what it's like when things just then fall away, okay? So I feel like you're trying to temper how you feel about something. You're trying to keep your emotions out of it in some way. The Queen of Swords also is someone who's very logical, but could also be a bit cold in a situation, especially if someone has not been honest with you, or someone who is trying to come back on into your sphere and not really honor the fact that they may have in some way denied or had a lack of accountability of how they felt about a situation. I just get an energy of someone who you've disconnected from on purpose. So whether that's someone you work with because they're always like a Debbie Downer, or whether it's someone that you fell out with in your soul tribe, or a family member, or even an ex-lover, I do feel like there is a communication coming through. They're going to try and reach out, but you're not so welcoming this time. You're not so open to receive this person. I feel like you listen to what they have to say, but you've got the sort of BS ready to cut them down should they overstep a mark. So just be a little bit mindful of that energy. I almost feel like you're preparing yourself for something. Okay, there's a strategy. as well when it comes to your plans and a goal or a dream. The Queen of Swords typically sort of relocates in some way towards something that brings stability, uproots. So some of you may be thinking, you know, you want to look for a new job, for example, or some of you are going to feel that you want to you buy a home or relocate somewhere. Because I feel there's movement in your whole February is like traveling further afield or coming out of a comfort zone. Even if you're not like relocating or planning a vacation, I feel like you are looking at or sort of thinking about a change of direction in some way. Okay, I mean, it can be that you're in the same sphere or same sector that you work in, but you're like, oh, let's see what else is out there. So I feel like you're exploring your options. In the near future, this is what we've got to look at. We've got the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords energy tends to be about, especially if someone has been abusing their position of power or being verbally unkind to you, my beautiful Leo, they may come at you with something that really shocks you and makes you feel, I mean, you got the Tower there energy, which in this particular deck is oppression. So this person may try to block your path in some way. I feel like you got this. It opens you up to some options. The Two of Swords tends to mean stalemate energy or uncertainty. Okay, but it allows you to consider your options. I don't feel like it's anything to fear. What I feel more is it gives you more options to explore. But when it doesn't come from, and I'm going to pull a card on this just to make sure, when it doesn't come from our decision, sometimes we feel a little bit scared, okay, or nervous. But I feel like, so for example, you know, this person from your past, because these are opposing energies, this could be someone who plays mind games with you, for example, and then comes on in, maybe telling you the world that they want to, you know, be with you, but they're actually looking for the chemistry that you and this person exhibit. And then they may just sort of like leave it again at a stalemate energy. And it's like, really, we're at this position again? You're just leading me down the garden path. I feel like this person will surprise you, or the situation will surprise you. Okay, but let me just clarify this position. Now, this is in the near future. Okay, near future position. So I feel like it's something going to surprise you. I got to be honest, a Tower energy, you know, Tower energy is nothing to really be feared, okay? It basically brings, when you're in a stagnant situation or a stalemate position where nothing is happening, so I feel like you've been frustrated on something for a while that's caused a lot of challenges, that it may have made you feel like you're in a funk, you can't move. It doesn't have to be a relationship with a person. It could be that you feel, because we're in a pandemic, everything's on pause still in some areas, and you may feel like your career is not sort of advancing in some way. It means you've hit a glass ceiling in some area of your life with that Two of Swords. The Tower comes along to sort of nudge you off the fence or make some sort of radical change so that you are no longer stuck. It is often an act of nature that comes on in, like it could even be an epiphany moment, a new way of thinking, because we've got the Five of Swords. All of a sudden, you've had like an aha moment where you release an old way of thinking in order to move forward. Because your next card here, your advice to yourself there is the Seven of Cups. It's like, what choices do I have? Let's examine my choices. So I feel like you got a lot of options going on. And I do feel like the Tower is actually a positive force for transformation. It tends to take something away in order to replace it with something better. So you may be deciding to like shock everybody and like give your resignation into something and say, you know what, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I got something better lined up, because I feel like you've got really awesome options on the other side. So let me just clarify this Tower. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Yeah, new option is coming on in. Maybe you feel like you're not empowered in the situation that you're at, or you don't feel confident that there is expansion there. We got the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Now, the Queen of Wands is your energy. It's a Leo energy, okay? So this is something that you may feel angry about, or you go cold about, because that tends to be that energy that's connected to this. But I feel like with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, I feel like they're actually showing me that it's not you activating the change. I feel like this is something that is happening to you. And as you can see, if you're honest with yourself, is what they're kind of giving me with that Four of Cups, you're pretty bored. in this situation. You're pretty fed up. Something needs to change. So the universe is coming on in all of a sudden with a change. That cup is full of something that is more emotionally fulfilling or more fulfilling than you've had before. So they're indicating that you have to let go of something else in order to receive something greater. In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, two figures, they leap into the unknown. With the Tower, because it's better to take a leap of faith, come out of a comfort zone, than to stay where they are, because the Tower is actually on fire there. The universe sometimes makes situations feel so uncomfortable that the only thing we can do is change, is to be fluid and bend with the changes. So this could be, I do feel like something better. I mean, the Four of Cups is surprise. Okay, surprise, the universe gives you an option of something better. It's going to make you feel more fulfilled. It's a surprise gift from the universe. So whatever you feel is being taken away from you, there is something way better on the other side. Okay, so the only one thing that we have to acknowledge in life is that it is all about change. The seasons change, we can change our minds, situations change. The only thing that we can have control over is how we feel about it, okay? We can let someone ruin our day, or we can say, you know what, it's just life. Let's see what's next. So I do feel like you're trying to embody that energy. Now, the outcome energy, because this is only in the near future, the outcome energy puts you in a position of power and gives you opportunity. The Seven of Cups is your advice to yourself. Consider your options. Okay, so I feel like you're in that February energy of let's look at what my options are. But I also feel like you're looking at past situations to see where you felt it didn't work out or it wasn't right for you. So I feel like you're really sort of taking the knowledge that you've learned from the past and putting it into your present situation. Now, for example, if this is a love situation for you, and I will be doing love readings for Valentine's Day, of course, and for February, and just in general. So this is more about the energy that you'll be embodying as you move forward. And those other love readings will be more focused. But if you're looking for love, for example, it looks like someone from your past or someone you used to be connected to may come on in and sort of try and reignite the fire between you and this person. And this person, there seems to be between you and this person, you just never could quite connect to the full-term relationship. There's like commitment issues here. So I feel like you may be looking at like, I'm not really sure. I've learned in the past. I feel like you want to follow your heart on it, but there's something here where you like know better, because you can see a pattern that this person's in. So I do feel like you're going to consider your options, and I actually feel that you're going to look elsewhere for love, okay? If you want to be with that person, I feel like February will see it as being still undecided, okay? That even though there'll be communication, I feel like there'll be a promise of a deeper commitment, but it doesn't actually come in February. That's what I'm feeling with the past situation. But if you are looking for love and you're single, I feel like you do have options coming on in the month of February. If this is career for you, I feel like there is a wonderful opportunity coming your way that you will grab with both hands, and it will allow you to move up the chain and elevate in some way. But I would be cautious about signing anything too quickly, because there's just an energy here of like, just before you're about to sign something or you're about to do something, it gets put on hold. And it's going to make you feel very frustrated, but it will move forward in the future. It just may not be at the time that you're hoping it for, okay? Now, this is in your external circumstances, Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is celebration. So this is about, friendships, circle of support, people around you really loving you and you loving them back. The Three of Cups is also a card of enjoying the journey. So it's a reminder to connect to the community, connect to your people, your friends, your family, and there is an excitement about this card. So I actually feel like you're going to be embracing something that is bigger or better than you expected. It's almost like a really happy surprise. The Tower can be a happy surprise. So for example, there could be options. Every card is telling me options here, okay? So we've got the Judgment card, which is a card of weighing up your options. We've also got the Two of Swords options. We've got the Seven of Cups options. Three of Cups, I feel like you're going to celebrate your options, because it's almost like they're just as good as each other. So you may have a difficulty deciding when it comes to opportunity. But I do feel like this is a cause for celebration. So there is some positive energy coming through for your February. Now, this is like a hope and a fear energy. What was that? I don't even know. It seems like a bit of clear paper. They'll give me an image, so just one moment, please. I just need to see the image there. So they're just showing me someone using a skipping rope. So if that's you, maybe you're listening to this reading, doing some exercises, using a skipping rope. If that's you, there's something in this message for you. If it's not you physically, it can mean that either you just bought one, or it can mean that skipping is kind of like, it's healthy, but it's also a playful kind of energy. So it could be that you're going to be skipping, you know, when you're so happy you skip, or I mean, maybe you're in training for something, or they're trying to sort of indicate that something that you've been in training for, there's going to be some really good news to celebrate coming on in. So please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone. Now, this is a hope and a fear. This is the Temperance card, Leo, which is about patience. So nobody likes that word patience, but it's also about balance. Whenever you get a moment of pause, or you've been feeling frustrated because nothing's moving in the direction that you're hoping for, we start to feel really, you know, like we're feeling stuck in a rut, or we feel like things are out of tune or out of whack in some way. You may have felt that there's been a lot of chaotic energy right now, and we're not able to plan for certain things, whether that's because of the pandemic or whether that's because of certain circumstances in your world. I feel like you're going to remain in some sort of harmony, and also you're going to recognize that the time that you felt like you're on pause, or you felt like you had to patiently wait for something, it was for you to re-energize yourself and re-examine your priorities, just to make sure that it's still in alignment with your life's purpose or with your heart. Okay, so I do feel like you're turning something into something greater, whatever that means for you. So for example, if you're turning a really good career into an extraordinary, awesome career, I feel like you are doing it, you know, slowly but surely. You're actually bossing up in your world, especially since you got that Emperor energy right there. I do feel like people are starting to notice your skills. And, but I also feel like, and I'm going to pull a quick card on that one. I feel like this is something you've been patiently waiting for a while. As they give me the Two of Wands, just to clarify. Two of Wands is about patiently waiting for results, or waiting for some sort of news. Also, the Two of Wands is a very interesting card, because it means the person is waiting, but they've also got the world in their hands, which means they can do anything they want. The world, you can shape your world based on who you are, what you do. You're in control of it. So that's what they mean by you've got the whole world in your hands. Okay, so they're indicating that you may have been waiting for the right moment on something, but they're indicating there that, you know, there is going to be a moment very, very soon where you know it's time to take action, especially since you got a Three of Wands, which is the next, it's almost like surveying your world, mapping your progress. You're in the planning stages of something, and that is going to be, you've been patiently planning something, and that you're going to see that you were meant to go at that pace, so that you didn't miss anything, or you didn't rush in and you know, have any sort of surprises or shocks. I feel like they're just saying, you know, be cautious. Make sure you visit all of your options before you make a decision. That's what I feel is happening there with that. Now, the outcome energy is really, really positive. We've got the Three of Staves, which is a Three of Wands. If you're ever asking yourself, are you on the right path? The answer is yes. Okay, even if you felt like there was a delay, the Three of Wands says there is an expansion of opportunities. This is achievement. This is, you know, the next one up is celebration. So you've already got a Three of Cups there, which is celebration. But the Four of Wands after this is about, you know, everything coming together the way you hoped, and, you know, big old sort of exciting celebratory energy. But the Three of Wands here says that you're aligning yourself with your heart's desire, and you have an abundance of opportunities before you. So I feel like you got to trust yourself, trust the journey, and recognizing that even when things are not going the way that you hoped, even when things are shifting around you where you feel like you have to let go of something, it means that there's something better on its way for you. Just because you cannot see it doesn't mean it's not there. It doesn't mean it's not happening. There's been many circumstances in my life where I really wanted something, and it just was out of reach. It just went past me, and I was like, why? I don't understand. And then all of a sudden, it was with something else, because something else came my way that was so much better. But I never thought that something could top the thing that I just had to let go of, because I thought that was the thing that was like jackpot. But I didn't realize there was something even greater to come my way. They're giving me an indication of something that happened in my life. I don't know why they want me to explain this to you, but they do, obviously, for some reason, so I will. Again, many, many years ago, I worked in an office, and I had to take some time out for personal reasons to do with my family. So I had to sort of let an opportunity go. Okay, and I was cool with that. And just when I was leaving, a friend at the office said, you know what, there's another sort of opportunity going at a company that they used to work at. And when you feel up to it, or when the family situation has been taken care of, reach out and, you know, sort of get the opportunity there. I'll put a good word in for you. And I was like, wow, someone, you know, they talk about nepotism. Well, I'd never had that before, where someone says, you know, I'll do you a good turn. I was like, awesome. So I reached out to the person that they told me to reach out to, and they said, unfortunately, the opportunity's gone. And I was like, oh, okay, that's no problem. Wish you all luck and everything. And it had gone, so it was fine. And then 8 months down the line, I kid you not, it was crazy. 8 months down the line, I went to a recruitment agency, and I was like, you know, I'm looking for work, etc., etc. And they lined up an interview in another position at the exact same company that my friend had said, you should go work for them. You know, I'll put a good word in for you. So I was always destined to be at that company, but just in a different position. It's so weird and wonderful, but the universe has got your back. So don't ever fret, okay? What is meant for you will never pass you by. So the Three of Wands indicates you're on your way to success. And the Magician says thoughts become things. The Magician is a card of power. It's also a card of magic, okay? Isis is being able to see and also being able to believe. The Magician card is about seeing that vision in your mind, thoughts becoming things. Have confidence. You're taking action. Whatever it is you're focusing on, you're going to accomplish it. Okay, so this is a really positive energy of you accomplishing your goal or your dream. And it's so interesting that they all sort of correspond with that energy. Now, right now, they're showing me a little robin. Okay, sometimes they do that. They're indicating there's someone, whenever you see a robin, there's someone in spirit with you. So just be aware of that. But they're showing me a robin. So either you can see a robin right now, or it is a signifier. You see one just before this really good news comes on in. Okay, so if you're feeling a little bit down in the dumps, because we got the Five of Cups there, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Cups, you may be feeling a little bit bereft, thinking about your options, wondering what's next. You're mapping your progress and seeing what steps you need to take next. There's some really good news coming in your way, but whatever your plans are, whatever it is, because the Queen of Swords, Libran energy, which is self-sufficient, someone who leads with total honesty and truth, but also a visionary. Whatever you see for your future, whatever you see occurring is actually going to happen on the physical plane there for you, okay? So really positive month. Remember your power. I'm just going to get you a personal power card there. But I do feel like you're deepening your commitment to a new cycle of success. I feel that success is drawn to you. And it's beautiful that they've given you that first card there, which is I am open to receive. So the World card sees you being in the right place, the right time, the right moment, and being open to receive. It's number 24. When you reduce it, 2 + 4 is 6, the number of love, the Lover's card. So this is also about partnerships, being gravitating, being sort of magnetized towards the right people or right situations. It's also about love, because it's about where your heart goes, your energy flows, and that is the thing that is going to be successful for you, whether it's a love relationship, whether it is a creative opportunity, because you've got a lot of wands here. Wands are about creative energy or passion, desire to achieve. And you've got, well, there you go. You got I am a creator. So you are a creator of your own destiny. And literally, she's got the whole world in her hands there. It's like she's birthing like the whole world. So you are in control of your destiny. I do feel fate is going to put you in the right place at the right time. So don't feel like this is something you have to action all by yourself. But I feel like there's some good news coming on in that allows you to elevate and advance in some way. It's number 28. When you reduce it, 2 + 8 is 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune energy, which is turn of events go into a positive direction for you. Some ending brings a new beginning. So I feel doors are opening for you. I do feel like people in power are starting to recognize you, your potential for success, and I feel like you are being elevated in some way. Just going to get a final card for you as well before we close the reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Bright Angels. Yeah, there we go. Hawk. We got messenger. So, I mean, I should have said it when I was looking at the card. I feel like that's, I mean, it looks like a hawk there. They're really amplifying that hawk there, but I feel like I didn't say anything because I felt it was kestrel. So I was like, I'll let that go. But this is very important. You've got messenger here. So there's definitely a message coming on in that's going to change everything for you in February. In terms of love, I do feel like you're going to have a message from someone who is very passionate about you. I'm going to pull a quick card about love just before I move on, just because it is the month of love. Well, every month should be the month of love, but anyway. It says, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Sagittarius energy, I see. You're going to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. So definitely elevation here for you. And I feel like you see the path clearly, okay, as you move forward. Also, you're seeing bird's eye view. You're seeing all elements. And I feel like you're going to sort of reach your target, whatever that is for you. Let me just quickly pull those cards. Can you show me quickly a little sort of snippet about love? We got the High Priestess. So they are indicating that you're very mysterious, my beautiful Leo. People tend to gravitate towards your energy because you've got a wonderful light about you. Also, I feel like there's a psychic bond. The Queen of Cups, they really want you to look at, the Queen of Cups is in reverse there. They want you to release your insecurities. Easier said than done. They want you to have a little bit more confidence in yourself, love yourself a little bit more, and recognize that you are worthy of love. Because there's an energy here of you sort of, if you're looking for love, wondering why it hasn't shown up for you in the way that you're hoping for, okay? This is only if you're looking for love. If you're in a partnership already with somebody, I do feel that the Hierophant card, you may be deepening your commitment to them, but there may have been some tensions. I feel like you're both moving into a new cycle, and I feel like it's almost like both of you, it felt like a bit of a power struggle, but I do feel like both of you are actually going to be on the same page, and I feel like you're going to move past this and you're going to find the balance and harmony that you desire to have a successful, loving relationship. I would both of you be mindful of the way that you talk to each other, because sometimes it can be a little bit cutting, and although both of you may not admit it, you actually hurt each other's feelings quite deeply. So I would just leave it at that. But I feel both of you actually want the same things, and there's a lot of love there, okay? There may be also a little bit of insecurity going on underneath the surface. But if you're looking for love, I would say due to past situations that you may be protecting your wonderful self, my beautiful Leo, because there's a little bit of insecurity there with that Queen of Cups in the reverse. And with the Seven of Wands there, that is a protective energy. But love is worth fighting for. So I feel with the Seven of Wands tends to mean you're at your personal best. You're shining that beautiful light, and you're actually attracting a lot of suitors. It's almost like you're going to be like beating them off, right? But there is going to be a fated meeting. We got the Wheel of Fortune. So divine timing is in order. You will meet the right person that you're meant to be with. Okay, so I do feel like you may meet this person. They're quite competitive, so you may meet them at a place where you sort of compete on something, or you are passionate about being there. You're trying to achieve something. This person may have similar goals as you, but I feel like there is a surprise fated meeting for you in terms of love. Now I'm just going to get a trinket before we close. Thank you. Oh, they just want that one. We've got the Elephant. Now the Elephant is about strength, but it's also a beautiful energy there about endurance. Also, and elephants are very intelligent, very emphatic as well. Elephants never forget. So remember, there's a very important sentence, elephants never forget, which is fine, but don't let anything from the past govern your present, because it may have a hold on you and you need to break free from that. But with that Chariot card energy, I feel like you're breaking free from anything that's holding you back and you're moving forward. Also, this wonderful elephant has got a heart on its ear. So listen to your heart. It whispers, but it's very important, the message it has to say. Okay, words like this, they want it on the Magician card. So I feel like your endurance, your willpower is going to get you to where you want to go. There's a certain element of magic about you in February, my beautiful Leo. So I see you achieving, receiving, but also navigating your path in a very self-sufficient way towards success. But you've got a lot of options, so go slowly. Make sure you make the right decisions that are in alignment with your heart. There's no need to rush, okay? I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Also, if you'd like to be in with a chance to win a free personal reading, I'm opening it up again for this month. All you have to do in the comments box below is say this sentence: I am loved. That's it. I am loved. Because Spirit actually just wanted you to all know that you are. It's a very important message. So when you actually say it to yourself and actually write it down, it becomes truth. It's almost like you absorb it, okay? So I am loved. Put that sentence in the comments box below and I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of February. 2022. Okay, thank you so much, my beautiful Leo. Love and light.